All right, it's time to slow down, to speed up in real estate. I see it all the time. You guys see it on billboards. Need to buy a house? Call me. Hey, looking to sell your home in X neighborhood? Give me a call. There's not a lot of differentiating things out there that agents are using in order to get people to act and use them as a real estate agent. I want to introduce to you guys a concept if you don't already know it. This concept is called MOFR, M-O-F-I-R. MOFR stands for Make Offer for Immediate Response. And there's a structure to a MOFR. So I was told that this structure is the best way to come up with what you want to do in order to get people to act immediately. And it's called the 4 O's. So the first is you need to discover or think about or understand what the obstacle is in today's market. Keyword, in today's market, today's. Not last year's, not the year before, not next week's, but today's. And the reason why that's important is because every market, there's going to be different obstacles that will get people to act. And I'm going to give you an example here in a second. The next is originate. The next O is originate. And that means that you're going to think through all the different ways that you could solve problems in order to get someone to act. Okay? And then you're going to offer it. You're going to put it in as many formats as possible and talk about it all the time. In fact, it should be your singular thing that you put out into the world in order to get people to act. And then number 4 is be open to change. And what that really means is you need to reinspect your MOFR at a maximum once a month, at a minimum every quarter. You need to look at it, inspect it, and understand it, make sure that it's still the message of the market. Now, let's talk MOFRs. If you have seen in the past people or agents dominating in a market, I guarantee you that there's a MOFR typically tied to how they operate. Let me give you an example of one that we saw really prevalent through 2015 through 2018, and then the market started heating up, which was your home sold guaranteed. There's lots of ways you can guarantee that their home's going to sell, and there's timelines that you can apply to that. The point is, it caused people to act, inquire, sit down to learn about the program, and 9 out of 10 will choose the go-to market strategy without the guarantee. So think about what obstacles today are buyers dealing with. Buyers are dealing with interest rates. So I want you to think differently about this. What if you had a MOFR that said something along the lines of inquire about our interest rate reduction program? That's it. Interest rate reduction program. And what a buyer might do is inquire, and what you would do is explain the program. Now, the program might look something like this. If you buy and sell with me, then I will give you 1% towards a rate reduction, 1% of the total sales price or the total purchase price, or however you want to structure. But the point being is you now have a program, which is your rate reduction program specifically for buyers, that gets them to call you. So if you haven't slowed down to think about what your immediate call is to get people to act, I would challenge you to do so, because to be competitive in this market, you need to have something that's going to catch people's attention and get them to communicate with you. Now, let's back up, because I know some of you are probably thinking, no, I just stay in relationship with people, and I don't disagree with you. Staying in relationship with people is incredibly important, and that's a significant part of our business. I understand that. What I would challenge you on is, if you're in relationship with people, you can't be in relationship with everybody. So let's say you have 500 people in your database. You're going to do your best. You're going to do events. You're going to do all these different things to stay in communication with them. And if I have a really powerful MOFR that speaks to them in the moment that they're at, there's a really good chance that that's going to cause them to act, to inquire about how they can take advantage of what I'm offering. If you're not offering that, there's a really good chance that you won't get that deal. A great example of that is I signed a deal a couple of months ago, and I had a no strings attached, you can get out of the contract program. So basically, no strings attached, what the program's called. You can sign the contract with me, and if for whatever reason you don't want to work with me anymore, no strings attached, you can cancel. Well, the other agent that they called to say that they're not going to work with them, they told him why they were choosing us. And he said, well, I would have done that. And there lies the point, is if you don't communicate your offer, you will be less likely to get the deal over someone who does. So slow down. Think about what it is you're offering and how you're going to get people in your world to take action, call you, and use you as the real estate agent of their choice.